Hi folks, in light of last episode when we managed to find cocoa beans, I wish to show off the beta 1.4 section of the patch museum. Obviously we already had the dogs here, but we got our single solitary cookie in the chest there, so that completes that update. And as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, that should be the patch museum up to date. Again, the reason that I am able to, go back and add it after not getting it originally is because I could have got it, I just didn't find cocoa beans. I did try to find cocoa beans, but didn't find it until last episode when we were in the where were we again? We went out exploring. We found the spawner on the side of a hill, so yeah, that really helped us to completing that section. So yes, we're making the walk down this corridor. I'm sure you can guess why we're making this walk down the corridor. If you want a clue, there's my inventory. Yes, we will be working on the big dig. I apologise. I know we worked on it recently, relatively recently, but we're so close to getting it finished. Will we get it finished today? I'm not sure. I couldn't get as much TNT as I wanted. We've got about 10.5 stacks here, which isn't nearly as much as we had last time. Might as well just store it in this chest. This seems to be a bit of a trash chest. But yeah, 10.5 stacks. I mean, we can work out exactly. It's, what's that, 10 stacks and 41. So we've got 681 TNT. We're at level 46. And we want to get down to level 6. So level 46 minus 6 is 40. So we've got another 40 levels to go down. 40 divided by 3 is 13 remainder 1. So ignoring the remainder, that's 13 levels, okay? Oh! Oh, it was great. I wish I'd let the guy strafe off, but I was just too scared he would blow. Okay, so I've done a bit of maths there, and I figured out that I've got enough TNT. I should have enough TNT to go down about 24.5 levels. So that will get us to what are we at? We're at 46. So that will get us down to Y26, 22. So it'll get us down to about Y20, which isn't ideal. Bit of a misfortune because I was trying to AFK to get gunpowder, and I was AFK for a long period of time without actually getting gunpowder. I think my game paused, did the whole pause thing when it lost focus, so that was a wee bit annoying. So that wasted a lot of time. We would easily have got enough had we not lost the time then. But beyond that, I actually lost a wee bit more time when I lagged out. My game crashed when I was going through a nether portal, and as a result, I lost my stuff. I didn't actually have any TNT, I just had a few diamond tools and torches, but it was a really sad case of getting mugged off by the game. But there you go, that's just the way things go sometimes. We don't need... I'll take my sword, I guess, just in case. In fact, let's take both. Right, we should be ready. Let's do our best to see how far we can get with this. Honestly, I would love to get this all done and dusted this episode. I would love to have this entire thing dug out. Will it happen? Unlikely. But we're going to give it a good shot. I don't want to get to the point where I'm starting to dig, if you know what I mean. I don't want to just dig and dig and dig. I want to get it done as swiftly as possible, so if that means going back and getting more TNT, then yeah, so be it. So here we are. Yeah, I'm so thankful I didn't crash in the nether portal when I had the 10 stacks of TNT on, because then that would have been those down the drain. We might have got some gunpowder from here, actually. Let's try and get down here. And the good thing is, I was really worried by... No, there's no gunpowder. I thought there might have been from the guy falling. What was I going to say? Yeah, let's start from the other side, actually. Yeah, I was a bit concerned that I would have to load a backup because I lagged out in the nether portal, but it just deleted my inventory, deleted my character, and sent me back to spawn, which was a wee bit of a pain. But what you gonna do, eh? What you gonna do? So yeah, this is the task for this episode. I wouldn't say I'm relishing it, but I mean it's always fun to play about with TNT, you know. So I guess I'll do the first one on camera. Usually what I do, this is usually how I do it. I just dig a trench here, and I make it 3 blocks deep. This TNT, this way of using TNT is, I'm sure, well known to many people. It's an old way of doing it, but it's very efficient. It's more efficient than the way I did before. If you remember when I blew up 2 stacks of TNT in a oneer, I dug into the ground and placed them there and then blew them up. You do inadvertently make a loss. And as you can see, well, you make a loss if you do it that way, but as you can see, I'm placing it 3 blocks in, which means it will... Well, I'm digging 4 blocks in, placing it there. That means it blows up pretty much the entire area, surface area that's here, plus a few extra, plus the diagonals, which equates to a 3x5x3 area, or 3x3x5, or 5x3x3, whatever you want to call it. But that is how I do it. And I appreciate that it's not good for like headphone users, the video, when I, you know, light them and all that. Because like when I'm running down here, like, you know, lighting them, they're going off to my left or my right, and that's all you can hear. All you can hear in one ear is bang, 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 bang. So my apologies for that. I don't really notice it when I'm playing. And one thing I learned is you can't spam. Oh no. Oh, let's get out of here. Oh no. Oh, I'm dead. Just kidding. Ha, trolled you. Yeah, one thing I learned is you can't actually do that, like hold down left click, because what that does is you'll light one, right? Then you'll go into the next section and you'll switch from the hitting animation to the digging animation, and that will inadvertently lead you to digging up the TNT instead of igniting it. So that's one thing I've learned. And I know I forgot stone, like just smooth stone. That's a bit of a bummer. But yeah, this is us now down to Y43. Few levels down we'll be below 40. Then a few levels after that we'll be below 30. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. So things are progressing quite nicely here at the Big Dig. Oh yeah, more clouds. As you can see, that is where we've got to. I don't quite know how far down. I would estimate around about Y30, maybe slightly lower. We've got to be past Y30 by now, but I'm thinking Y30 as a max. We'll find out as we go down here. And I'll cheat a wee bit and I'll dig down to the level that we're going to be blowing up now. But that will give me a bit of a morale boost, sort of. But yeah, this is where we've got to. Things are progressing very nicely. Let's dig it all out first. I've not recorded any of it yet, just because I've done a lot of montages of stuff blowing up in the past. I might do some now. But I was just really focused on getting as much done as possible. I figured out that I had to use an average of 52 TNT per level to use it all. Oh yeah, I found a cave, I forgot to mention that, and it's clearly somewhere I've been. Like all these torches were already here, so I must have come caving here at some point. Presumably... Was there iron there? I thought I saw some iron. Presumably I came around the time I first arrived in the mining area, because I don't think I caved here much before then. But yeah, that's the situation. Caves aren't a bad thing necessarily. Obviously they can be useful with regards to... well, meaning we don't have to clear out as much space, although I don't suspect there's that many caves underneath, honestly, because we're so low. We would have run into them already. Okay, Y28. That's roughly what I estimated. So yeah, we've made decent progress. As I said, though, I think we will run out of TNT before we reach the bottom, so before we reach bedrock. But no, the build's coming along nicely. I'm very, very happy with it. The problem is though, it is very, very time consuming. Like, I've already been at this for... It's like... I started at, what was it, 5:30? Okay, so it's just been over 2 hours, which I guess isn't too bad. And I might be at it for another 2 hours or something, but... You know what I mean, it does take time. Might as well record some of the blowing up process. Oh, I messed up somewhere. Ah, yeah, here. Let's just change it, shall we? Might as well. I've never made a mistake before, actually, or very rarely do I make a mistake. But the thing is, it's all very evenly lined up because, you know, because it's 51 by 24. They're all divisible by 3. Oh, I don't have ladders. But I do have food. That's the main thing. Alright, well, this goes all the way down to Y25. That was probably where there was gravel or something. Yep, TNT's fun, but I mean it's getting quite tedious. I was thinking of maybe going and getting some more gunpowder and then coming back to try and finish it, but I don't think I don't think I'll have time, and B, I don't think I'll have the patience because it's just it's non-stop at the moment. I mean, it's not been completely boring. I've been doing some research for, you know, the upcoming updates that we'll be entering, because obviously they're massive in terms of what they meant for the game and how the game changed and all that. And I was, you know, just watching past LP videos, and usually I do a wee bit of research because, like, I feel like I know a fair amount, but there's always stuff to learn. There's always new things to find out. Like, remember last episode where I found out about the birch trees not growing in seasonal forests or, like, rainforests? That's the sort of thing that this series is good for, is that a little bit of extra detail that we can read about on the internet and then, you know, be like, oh yeah, oh that makes sense, and then like see it in practice, see it in the flesh during our gameplay here. And the same can be said of the upcoming updates. You know, there's a lot I know, but at the same time, there's a lot I don't know. And the thing is, you might think it's very basic in that I see something, then I try it out in this world, and that's it. It's just, you know, copy and then copy and paste effectively, and it is to an extent, but there is a lot more to it, because obviously the videos that were put up at the time, that, you know, those were the latest videos, the latest Minecraft videos, whereas I'm here, you know, 8 or something years later with the benefit of hindsight, so we can do a lot more with the features in terms of analysing and trying them out, because we know, you know, we know what comes next, and we know why things were, and you know, we know what was bugs and what was features, because there was probably some things that people thought was, you know, just legitimate features but were actually bugs. For example, well, actually maybe it was a feature. I was thinking of the stairs, the fact that stairs, when you break stairs you get a block instead of the stair. I mean, that's obviously changed these days, but I wonder if I can't mind if it was a bug or not. It sounds like something that would be a bug, but that's just me. That's just my personal take. Anyway, so we're down at Y28. I estimate we'll get below Y20 before we run out of TNT, but yeah, no, things are going smoothly. So, as you can see, I am almost... Well, no, I ran out of TNT. My original TNT load ran out, and I still had a bit to do on this level, so I just went and got 20 more. And of that 20, I have 5 left. But, as you can see, Y coordinate over there, Y16. But yeah, we're all the way down here, which means we've got about 10 blocks to go. I'm a wee bit disappointed that I fell short by 10 blocks. But I think I'm just going to leave this project here for today. We'll finish it another time, whenever that may be. But I'm really gutted because if I hadn't messed up, I don't know what happened, but I messed up. I was AFK for 4 hours, and I presume the game was paused because I didn't get anything. So yeah, I messed up there, but whatever. It's not the worst thing in the world. Just a tad inconvenient. But the good news is next time we come to do it, we'll only have to go down 10 blocks instead of 40 or whatever. So that's good. That's positive. The other positive thing is we're getting a lot of redstone. We're not getting a huge amount of redstone because, well, these are... I was going to say these are infdev chunks, but they can't be because redstone... The interesting thing, actually, so infdev chunks. Can't be infdev chunks because there was no redstone in infdev, but there's no redstone over there, I've just realised, and there's loads of redstone over here, so maybe this is like a boundary. I'm sure there was no redstone over here. I've not seen any. Doesn't mean there isn't. It just would be cool because, yeah, there's such a high concentration of redstone here. Be cool if this was like stuff generated in alpha, and then the stuff over there is generated in infdev. Just an observation, maybe completely untrue, but there you go. If you're wondering, the lowest point is like Y13 or Y12, just down here. I don't think it goes any lower. Y13's the lowest it goes, so that's pretty cool. You can see if you look up to the ceiling, the fog is kind of appearing, but I'm on far render distance, so it's like I doubt I doubt it'll be all foggy down here once I'm finished. The ideal scenario would be that the chasm would be so deep that it would just be covered in fog, and so when you cross the bridge or whatever, you would not be able to see much. I mean, it's kind of getting to the point where fog's appearing, but it's not that much. You would have to... Whoa! Okay, that must have been tiny render distance I switched to. So yeah, that's normal render distance, which might give a full fog effect when it's completely finished. That's tiny, but then tiny you can barely see over the other side, so it's no good. Short render distance is actually pretty decent because it gives a really nice effect that it's endless. You can't see the bottom, even if the room does look a bit peculiar, but there you go. Now I got quite a few resources from this dig, as you can see there, quite a bit, which is pleasing. I wasn't sure what else to do this episode, but I've come up with a plan. Basically, I figured out that part of the parkour is broken, and I was wanting to do that at some point over the coming episodes, so I think we're going to work on trying to fix that. I'm going to be lazy, just make another bucket, because can't be bothered going back to base to get one. And what we're going to need is signs, I reckon. Right, so there's major issues over here. As you can see, the boat is currently stuck down there. There's also another thing, which I'll show you at the moment. I noticed this when I was checking to see if there was enough arrows in all the dispensers, which there's not. But, as you can see here, we've got the doors all lined up. Before, you could run across even when they were in this position. However, that's not a thing anymore. You can get over the first one. What happens if we spam jump? No, we never even made it over one. So yeah, I was hoping to do this in a near future episode, and we can't if it's broken. So the doors over there, they're fine because we'll just need to run across when they're in the opposite position as they were intended to. This, meanwhile, well, you know, it's going to take a bit of time, but we're going to have to apply source blocks to every side. There we go. So there was only source blocks at the top. What we're going to have to do now is, yeah, apply source blocks to every single block down there. It's going to be tedious, yes, but it will hopefully be worth it if we can get it working again. If we can't, we'll have to come up with something else. Oh, I forgot there was more source blocks. Oh, look how high the source blocks go. It's like I'm the Flying Dutchman from Pirates of the Caribbean, about to go above the water. In a manner of speaking. Anyway, got source blocks down here, so what I'm going to do now, I think, is I'm going to pillar back up to the top. The reason for this is to have a solid block in the middle to put the water on. Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to need 2 blocks. Hopefully we've got enough. We're going to need a block here as well, because there's no solid blocks to place it against here, or on that side. So now what we want to do, we want to get rid of those blocks here, and then we want to just continue by placing water everywhere under here. This feels weird already. We even need to place it there. And that's part 1 done. And then for part 2, we're going to need to have a sign. We're going to have several signs. And then we go again. And that will be our task for this next part of the episode. Oh, it's going to be riveting stuff. Don't worry, I won't make you sit through it. Oh man, but if we want it fixed, we need to do it. If we want to do this again, we need to do it. Now let's see, is it working? It's moving very slowly. Right, so there's our... Oh dear. How did that not work? Well, there's a problem. It's not moving, you know, fast enough. Oh, let me in here. So I think what we're going to have to do is possibly raise the water up and just have it as like a... I don't know, platform. I mean, we could still use it. We just need to make it higher, that's all. Alright, well... I mean, it's annoying, but... and it makes it a lot more lame, but whatever. Right, all I need to do is just add a few source blocks here and there. Oh, shoot. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, can you actually make the jump? Oh, you can. Nice. Okay, so it's not as good as before, but it still sort of works. You don't have to time it as much, maybe? Yeah, you don't have to time it as much. No, we'll just leave it in. A, because I can't think of anything better. B, because even if I could, I probably wouldn't have the patience to change to it. Even if I wanted to. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day there for this episode. Didn't get an awful lot done in the grand scheme of things. Well, on camera we didn't. Off camera, loads was done. You'll just have to take my word for it. And I didn't just like log out and use MC Edit. Anyway, I actually do have MC Edit, and I have loaded it up. I've loaded this world up in MC Edit, the old MC Edit. I think it was the old MC Edit or the old World Edit. I actually did that once, so it's not out of the question. Conspiracy theories. Am I a fraud? Well, I will tell you now, I am not a fraud. I am legit. I'm a legit player. Apart from that one time I spawned in a cobweb. But that's another story. Thank you very much for checking out this episode, folks. All the best. Bye for now.